Hello, everyone. Just waiting to see if anyone joins us. Just waiting to see if someone comes on. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for joining the lesson today. This might be a little bit easy for you. Let's see if anyone else joins us. Hi, Gianmarco. Welcome. How are you guys today? Our lesson is all about how we are feeling. Yes, hopefully it will be a pleasant lesson for both of you. So our lesson today is about how we are feeling. And I thought it's probably a good lesson for this time because usually when people say, how are you? Hi, Elena. Our typical answer is, I'm fine, or I'm okay. But now at the moment, when people say, how are you feeling? Or how are you? Usually we give some slightly longer answers because people are a little bit worried, a bit concerned about their friends and family. So when people say, how are you? Or how are you feeling? Now is a good time to give an answer that is a bit longer, maybe, or a bit more detailed. So hopefully today we will learn some new vocabulary about our emotions. Let's see, let's get started. So in this focus, we're going to talk about how you feel. We're going to try to use more interesting adjectives, not just typical I'm well or I'm fine. And we're going to create a role play using how are you. Let's see how we can do the role play. It might be a little bit difficult with the chat. So when people, what do you usually say when people ask you, how are you? So we have a few options that I've already mentioned. Are there any other options that we can add that I haven't said? Good morning. Hi, Giacomo. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. So what's the typical thing we can say if someone says, how are you? Depends maybe if you're American or British. British people tend to be understated. Oh yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day. I didn't remember. I'm a bit confused with what day it is, what's happening. It's the self-isolation. So Americans tend to be more exaggerated when they talk about their feelings, and British people tend to be a bit more closed and say, I'm fine. Oh, I'm all right. How else can we say we're feeling good or maybe not good? Any ideas? So if you're feeling fine, you can say, yes, good, I feel great. I feel great is probably an American person. American people love to say how well they feel. I feel great. Another one that's even more superlative, I feel amazing. So Giacomo is more British. I'm doing well. I'm all right. I don't think I've ever heard a British person say, "I'm awesome," which is so American. Like, yeah, I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm great. I'm super duper. A British person would never be caught dead saying something like that. Never. Um, British people could even say something like, they're usually a bit depressed, British people. Yeah, could be better. Which usually American people don't say. They're usually great, awesome, fine, amazing. So if we want to talk about negative emotions, maybe we're not feeling good, we could say, could be better. We could say, I'm if you're not feeling great, but you're not feeling bad, you could say, I'm so. Like, yeah. Ah, good one. I can't complain. That's another good one. Yeah, not so good. Then usually it depends who you're speaking to. If you're speaking to a stranger, you will never say, I'm terrible or I feel horrible today. But if it's a friend or a family member, then you could say, um, not great, even. I'm not great. Yeah, not so good. Um, you could say, I'm having a bad day. Yeah, that's a bit having a bad day today. Um, okay, or have been better. It's also kind of a British one. So, yes. I don't know. You can say, I'm feeling so today. I'm so. Um, I think for the general ones that most people know, these are the ones that we use. Then we have, for again, I guess more American idioms related to this, to how you feel. Probably. I can't think of one, obviously, now on the spot, but there's another one we didn't say for feeling great. It's I'm terrific, or I feel terrific, which maybe is a bit of a false friends for Italian, because it sounds a bit, yes, nice. I'm down in the dumps. Good one. Well done, Andrea. You should teach this lesson. And I'm terrific. It sounds, I think, maybe for Italians like terrificato or terrified, but terrific is like great. I'm amazing. I'm terrific. Again, as I said before, probably more what an American would say than what a British person would say. Okay, let's see what the focus has to offer us. Here we have new adjectives. Some of them you may know. There is the down in the dumps that Andrea mentioned. Well done, you. And we have to place these adjectives in the correct category. So if we talk about sad, ooh, you guys are thinking of much more idioms than I am. You're much more inspired this morning. I'm in seventh heaven. I'm on cloud nine. That's a good one. On cloud nine is like really good. I'm doing great. Yeah, on cloud nine. I have no idea why this expression is like this. Yeah. Giacomo has another one, down in the mouth, when your mouth is down and you're not really happy. Well done, you guys. So let's proceed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emotions: sad, tired, happy, angry, and nervous. Let's start with the emotion sad. I want you to tell me which adjectives on the left column could be under the category sad. Which adjectives go with sad? Sometimes the difference between sad and angry is a bit difficult, but let's see. Which adjectives go with sad? I'm waiting for your feedback. Like, for example, if you say, I'm on top of the world, am I feeling sad? If I'm on edge, am I feeling sad? If I'm mad, am I feeling sad? Yes, upset. Good one, Teresa. Upset, I think, could be in the middle between sad and angry. It depends it depends on the example. So if your dog just died, you would definitely be upset. Yeah, very emotional. But you can be upset with a person, and that means you can be angry with them. Like, I'm really upset with you. I can't believe you did this. Like, I can't believe you broke my favorite vase. So, low, yes, I'm low. I'm down is definitely another expression for sad or even depressed. Yeah, I'm down. So let's see. I think for sad, we've said them all. Upset, low, down in the dumps. Yeah, I think that's it for sad. Which adjectives go with tired? Another way to say I'm tired. I'm so tired. I've worked all day and I didn't have a single break. I think there's only one option, unless I didn't read them all correctly. If you're very tired, you are... Yes, thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Gianmarco. Thank you, Elena. You're exhausted, indeed. Yes, I'm exhausted. It's like when you're hungry and you say, I'm starving. That means that you're dying because there's no food. It's an over-exaggeration. Yeah. Teresa gives us a very good British expression. Very tired. Be careful, the K is not pronounced. We say, I'm knackered. So this is an expression that British people use. I don't think I've ever heard an American use this expression, but it's very typical in England. I'm so knackered. Yeah, it's a good expression. So yes, exhausted. Then another one to express happiness. So let's hope we have more adjectives to express happiness. Actually, I think there's only one too. This is a very negative slide with lots of negative emotions and not many positive ones. So if you are very happy, you can say also, oh no, there are, I think, two now. I've realized there's another one. So, thank you, Gianmarco. You're on top of the world. Yes. Imagine you've reached the top of the mountain and you're standing there and you feel like a king or a queen and you're on top of the world. So this is when you're really happy. And as Andrea and Teresa said, thrilled. So thrilled, maybe for an Italian person, doesn't sound so good. It sounds like thriller. But to be thrilled is to be really excited about something. Like I just passed my high school exam with a good grade. I'm thrilled. I'm really happy. Yeah. Okay. So now for angry, what emotions, what other adjectives represent anger? I'm so angry. Be careful with pronunciation. Many people confuse angry and hungry. The H is very important when you want food. I'm hungry. I'm angry is when I'm in a bad mood. And there's a new expression that was invented when you are angry and hungry at the same time. You can say, I'm hangry. This happens to me a lot. If I don't eat, then I become really angry and dangerous. So annoyed, Gianmarco, is good. Annoyed is not as strong as angry, but it's definitely in that family. So if you're annoyed, you're frustrated with someone, they are bothering you and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm annoyed. Definitely. You didn't know hangry, Teresa? It's a condition I suffer from, so I'm very aware of this. Yeah. I also say I'm grumpy. Grumpy, I don't find it in the list. Yes. Andrea, do you have the same problem, to be angry and hungry at the same time? I don't know if it's because I have a fast metabolism, but if I don't eat, oh, I become terrible. My husband knows the signs and he gives me a cracker or something to stop me from becoming horrible. Okay. So grumpy is not in the list, but it's a good word. I'm grumpy. Be grumpy is to be in a bad mood. I'm grumpy. So sometimes it's like being frustrated and angry, but you don't know why, and you're just, don't talk to me, I'm grumpy. So we said for angry, which expressions do we put with angry? We have, I think Teresa before said mad, and mad definitely goes with angry. Mad has two meanings. So if you say I'm mad, it could be that I'm crazy. You can also be mad about something. I'm mad about chocolate. It's not true, but crazy about something. But if you say I'm mad, especially if I say I'm mad at you, that means I'm angry with you. Yeah. I'm so mad at you. So Anna said upset. I think upset can go in sad, but also a little bit in angry. Fuming. Imagine the smoke coming out of my ears. If you're fuming, you're really angry. Oh my God, what did you do? I'm fuming. Anything else that we can put in the angry category? We said mad. Fuming, it's not even on the list. It's a nice one though. I'll put it there for everyone to see. Frustrated. I guess frustrated is in the angry category. It's definitely not a good emotion. Okay. And annoyed. Annoyed can be a milder form of anger. Then nervous. I think we have two expressions to show nervousness. How would we say, I'm nervous? For example, you have a big exam coming up, you have to speak in front of a crowd, or you have to do your driving test. You can say, oh my God, I'm so on. You still here, guys? So it could be not a positive emotion, but to have butterflies in your stomach can be unpleasant, but it could also be nice. For example, when you meet someone that you like and you want to talk to them, but you feel really nervous, you can have butterflies in your stomach, like this strange sensation in your belly. And it can be quite exciting, but also nerve-wracking. Irritated. I think irritated is more for angry. It's a good question, Elena. Irritated is when you are frustrated with someone, frustrated with their behavior or with what they're saying. So I would put it more in angry, definitely. Yes, thank you. On edge, to be on edge. You don't know what's going to happen, and you're tense and nervous. Yeah, good one. And John Marco said, yes, to have butterflies in my stomach. Yeah. Well done. Let's put them back in their correct places. I'll click a few times. So we said upset for sad, mad for angry, low for sad, on edge for nervous, exhausted for tired, down in the dumps for sad, frustrated for angry, thrilled for happy, annoyed for angry, on top of the world for happy, and have butterflies in my stomach for nervous. Okay, I would like you to think of what adjective is appropriate for each example. So imagine that you have worked for 12 hours. You feel absolutely. How do you feel after 12 hours of work? You can use maybe Teresa's English expression if you remembered it. And I just remembered another one that we can use when you're really, really tired. How do you feel in this condition? Especially if it's physical work, though mental, intellectual work can be also very tiring. Do you know the expression? Yes, thank you, Andrea. Exhausted. Do you know the expression shattered? So if I take a glass and I throw it on the floor, the glass breaks in a million pieces. I can say, oh my God, I shattered the glass. So when we talk about feeling really, really exhausted, we can say, I'm shattered. I'm destroyed. Puzzled, Andrea, is when you're not sure about something. When you don't understand something, or it's like, let me think about this. This is very puzzling. I'm puzzled. Why did he say that? Hmm. Yeah. Next example. Oops, sorry. I was very when my dog died. So here we have more than one option. Um, there's another expression that is not in the list, but we can't use very because already it's very, very strong. Do you know the word? I hope I spelled that correctly. Crumbled for being tired, or for being upset. To crumble is kind of to fall apart, and so it could be I crumbled after I found out that my dog died, maybe, but I'm not sure. But for work, no, I wouldn't be. You wouldn't be able to use it. I think everyone is making up words at the moment. I'm probably inventing things. So, do you know the word devastated? And I hope I spelled that correctly. Yes, Andrea, well done. You said down in the dumps, definitely, or upset if your dog dies, definitely. The word devastated is when you're really like, I guess you use the same in Italian, devastato, no, when you're really, really upset. But you can't say I was very devastated. No, I was devastated. Next example, let us see. I get so when I'm stuck in traffic. I guess we all feel this when we're stuck in traffic. um, I get so what when I'm stuck in traffic. I get so philosophical when I'm stuck in traffic. That's not true. Depends on the day. Maybe now we would all enjoy to be stuck in traffic again. Mad, yeah, mad is strong. But you could definitely get mad if the person in front of you is not taking the opportunity to accelerate or get out of the way. You can get very mad. Annoyed, definitely. Also, frustrated would be fine. Um, what else could you say? Yeah, annoyed. Yeah. This is a great expression that Teresa is teaching us. Something drives you up the wall. So at the moment, because many people are stuck in the house and they cannot get out, they can start uh, feeling like they're going up the walls. So this is frustrated. Um, you don't know what to do with yourself. Yeah. Smart it is that to ride your bike. Definitely a good idea. Bothered. Fed up. Fed up is good. I'm fed up, but you're fed up with something. So I'm fed up with the traffic in Prato. Yeah. Um, you don't really. I feel fed up. We can't really say that. You're fed up with something, and something bothers you. If you can say, there's an expression, I'm not bothered, which is very British, when it's fine. Either option is fine. Like, for example, do you want to go to the cinema or to the restaurant? Nah, I'm not bothered. It's okay. Either is fine. Okay, let's see the next situation. Ooh, when I got my scholarship, so do you know scholarship? When you get money from either from a school or from the government to study. Yeah. So imagine that you get some money from your university or from your government to go to school. How would you feel? Especially in America, where schools and universities are so expensive. If you get a scholarship, it's really a great thing, and people will celebrate and be really happy about it. So maybe not to the point of feeling on top of the world, but definitely the other option. Thrilled, really happy. I was thrilled when I got my scholarship. In Italy, I think that scholarships are not really a thing. I don't know if you can get money to study. Um, if you're a very intelligent student in Italy, can you apply for a scholarship? Will they pay for your studies? I know that if you come from a low income family, then maybe the government can make you pay less fees, yeah, less university fees. But I don't know if you can get a scholarship. Let's continue. It's easy to get at my little sister when she borrows my clothes. Aha. I don't know if you have a brother or a sister, and if you had to share your clothes, or worse, if your brother or sister stole your clothes without asking. Or if you're a mom or a dad, I don't know if this happens to you, maybe your kid takes your clothes without asking. If you have a teenager, maybe they can take your socks or your t-shirts without asking. Um, my sister definitely did this to my mom and I. She would take any clothes she wanted, and she wasn't very careful with them afterwards. So we would be very what with her. Anyway, usually whatever little brothers and sisters do is usually annoying, frustrating. It's hard to be patient as a big brother or a big sister. But I think it's very hard to be a little brother or a little sister too. Yeah, so you can get mad at your little sister for sure. Yeah. Um, Frustrated, you would say it's easy to get frustrated with. So probably frustrated is not the correct word. And also annoyed with. You don't get annoyed at someone or frustrated at someone. So the only option, Giacomo is correct, is mad. You get mad at someone. Hmm? So that one was a little bit tricky. Next one. Ah, I don't know if you feel this way when you have to speak in public, but before my big speech, do you guys get nervous when you have to talk in public? For me, it depends on the situation and how many people are there and whether or not I know these people. But making a speech in front of a crowd, especially if it's an important speech, like for example, maybe at your friend's wedding, or maybe it's also an emotional moment, I would definitely feel a bit nervous. So before my big speech, what? You guys still there? Gianmarco, have you disappeared? Oh yes, Teresa, you definitely have butterflies in your stomach. Um, let's see the next one. He's been all day. I think it's because his football team lost. So I know in Italy, for many people, definitely also in England, your football team is sacred. And if your football team loses, oh my God. I have a friend who's British and he's a Tottenham fan. And if his team lost the match, you could not talk to him about it. It was a subject that was taboo for the rest of the day until he finally let it go. So how would you, I mean, I know that Andrea, I'm sure, is not interested in football. I don't know about Gianmarco. Yes, down in the dumps, definitely. Gianmarco, are you a football supporter? Would you be down in the dumps if your team lost, or would you not really care? Yeah. I was when I heard your good news. So when you hear good news from someone, how do you feel? Teresa, you used to be a football fan, really? Ah, Gianmarco, you're a supporter of AC Milan. And do you feel down in the dumps if your team loses? Did you feel that way too, Teresa? Would you be like, don't talk to me? I can't believe they lost. You were thrilled when your team won or when your team lost. Yeah. No, I never understood this, but maybe because I've never been a team supporter. But they're not playing football now, are they? Are the teams still playing? I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but that there was a match between, I think, the Madrid team and a British team. And during that match, I don't know how many British players were contaminated with the coronavirus. So playing football is a risky job. And I don't know if it's all the hugs of the supporters and I don't know, the sweat, but it's not a good sport to play when the coronavirus is around. So yeah, you can be down in the dumps for football, but you can be down in the dumps because you're stuck in your house and you can't see your friends. Ah, yeah. Ooh, it's pretty bad, huh? But I'm surprised that there are still football matches going on. I guess now they're all the matches have stopped, no? Because I think Madrid is becoming just as bad as Italy now. Mm. Anyways, so make your own sentence, guys. I want you to be a bit creative now and use one of the adjectives and give me an example with one of these adjectives. You can make any example you want, but I want each person to make one example using at least one of those adjectives. For example, I'll start. Before I go on stage to perform as an actress, I always get butterflies in my stomach. The European Championships has been stopped. Oh, Well, I mean, come on, if people are, I guess people want entertainment if they're stuck in their house, but if everyone has to be quarantined, I think the football players should too. But yeah, it's a very weird situation we are in. My God. Then when we finish with this, I would like to talk, or even now if you want, we can talk about how we feel these days, because I think there's a big mixture of emotions, like frustration, obviously. People are scared. People are nervous, on edge. I think this uncertainty is really hard for most people. We don't know how long we are going to be in this situation. We don't know what the repercussions, the consequences will be for us personally, for the country. It's a big mess. And now that it's an international mess, it's even worse. In a way, it's better because people have been saying, oh, look at Italy, they got the virus. Now everyone else has it. So, and I think that actually we are not doing too bad compared to other countries. Like, I know it sounds maybe insensitive to say this, considering how many people are dying. But I really worry for the United States and even for England, because I think they're not prepared. My brother lives in the United States, and he's telling me that things are really chaotic now, that no one knows what to do. The president is not doing a good job. And it's going to be every man for himself, or every man or every woman for himself. You know this expression? This is kind of the American philosophy. At least in Italy, I think there's a strong sense of community and helping each other, and the government is trying to help everyone. Now, how successful they are, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the big problem in America. As Teresa said, there is no leadership. And in a time of crisis, without leadership, you can create so much more damage. I read an article that said that because of Trump, all the problems will be increased because he's not controlling the panic. Yeah, it's bad. So I don't know if it's good to think that other people have a worse situation than us. So we should feel better about our situation. I don't know. But yeah, tricky times, difficult times. So guys, you haven't given me any examples. I'm waiting. You know me, otherwise I just go on and on and on. You gotta stop me with some comments. So Andrea, Giacomo, Gianmarco, even Elena, if you want, can you give me an example? Like, how are you feeling nowadays? Because some people tell me that they are exhausted, but they can't sleep. Are you feeling the same? Are you feeling really tired, but unable to sleep? Are you feeling selfish, Giacomo? Why? Or is Trump selfish? For sure, Trump is selfish, 100%. um, to be honest, I feel privileged to be able to live in a house with some space. I even have a little garden. Yeah, I agree, Elena. To feel on edge. I think everyone is feeling on edge at the moment. And powerless. That's a great adjective. Yeah, to feel powerless, because there's nothing really we can do from home. And I think that's really hard. At the same time, I don't envy the people that are working in hospitals, keeping the people Healthy, it must be really, really hard now. Teresa, you don't feel tired. You're used to doing a lot of things. But I feel like maybe because we can't go outside so much and do some physical activity, being stuck in the house makes you feel tired mentally, but not really physically, maybe. Ah, that's a good expression, Giacomo. That's a wonderful moment. I felt on top of the world when I was told we were expecting a baby. Yeah, definitely. Also, maybe emotional. Or did you feel a bit nervous or not? I felt this big sense of responsibility, like, oh my God, this is something I really wanted, but am I ready for this? What have I done? This is real. Ah, so Teresa, you're catching up on your movie list. Uh, I'm trying to go to bed at a decent hour, also because the kids wake up early and I have no choice. I have to get up in the morning. Ah, I've never seen this film, Barefoot in the Park. Is it good? Do you recommend it? Elena, you can't be bored. I don't believe it. With all the things you're doing, you have time to be bored. Okay. Ah, yes, Robert Redford was hot. Now less so, but if we watch old movies, we can enjoy how he looked when he was young. Okay. Ah, here we have some other adjectives that I mentioned. Some of them were not on the list. So let's see if you know all of them. Okay. Mad, upset, down in the dumps, exhausted, on edge, low. Over the moon. Is over the moon positive or negative? Gianmarco, yes, I understand. It's nice to spend time at home, and I think the first days everyone was like, "Oh, this is a great opportunity. I can relax, I can enjoy myself." But I think after a while, it gets a bit annoying. I think especially for young people that are used to being with their friends and hanging out, um, to be like outside, just spending time with your friends, and if it's not possible anymore, I think it's really hard. Maybe older people are more used to being on their own and can manage a bit better without all their friends. But I think young people are very sociable, so that's difficult. Um, so over the moon, positive. Yeah. Well, that's good, Teresa, that your daughter is feeling good. Yeah, my son is very happy too. He doesn't want to go back to school. It's like, no, no, it's fine. We can stay home. No problem. Let's see how long he says this because he cannot see his friends, obviously. So maybe after some weeks, he will get a bit frustrated. So over the moon, yeah, I understand. I think adults maybe are feeling a bit more frustrated about the situation than children because we know that there will be consequences to this situation. Children, luckily, don't know. Um, what was I going to say? Ah, yeah, over the moon is when you're really happy about something. So it's a bit like thrilled. Shattered is the one I told you before when you're really, really tired. And then the other expressions are the same as the ones we've seen. So I thought that instead of doing a dialogue, which is a little bit difficult, I don't know if you use them, but on the phone now, there are a lot of emojis. And I don't know if you know all the meanings of the emojis on your phone. Now, there's a whole language now with emojis. I just try to use the ones that I understand. I don't use the flowers and the symbols. I just use the faces. But if we look at emoji faces, there are a lot of different emotions that are being represented. And I think they're quite cool. Some of them are really cool. Like I love the screaming face. Um, and I realized today that there is a dictionary of emojis. So if you're not sure what emotion you're showing with the emoji, you can check on your dictionary and find out what it means. Let me put a link so you can look at it from home. So they divide emojis in different categories. You have emojis with smileys and people. And then you have emojis with objects or cars, flags, anything you want. So for homework, or even now if you want, you can look through the emojis and they will give you some descriptions of facial expressions. For example, to grin, a grinning emoji, a grin is when you smile. It's another word for smile. When you show your teeth, you grin. So there are a lot of interesting words you can learn from the emoji vocabulary. I don't know if you've seen the film Emoji, I think it's called. I don't remember. I only saw the beginning of it. I didn't finish it. It's a cartoon. I don't know if I have emojis here on this chat. I don't think I can show you emojis, but if, let's see. So for example, there's an emoji that is a smiling face with hearts around it. What emotion do you think it represents? Let me see if I can. Sorry guys, 1 second. I am going to change the screen so that you can see the emojis. Gianmarco, how are you making the emojis? Why can't I make the emojis on my computer? I don't know what I don't know. I don't have emojis. Boo-hoo. Maybe on the phone? Are you looking at this from your phone, Gianmarco? That's why, maybe. Because from my computer, I don't get the shortcut for the emojis. So let's see. Let me, 1 second. I'm going to try to share the screen with the emojis. Okay, I hope you can see them all. So for example, here we have the zipper mouth face. A yellow face with simple open eyes and a closed zipper for a mouth. Meaning wildly varies, but commonly conveys a secret or that someone will keep one. E.g., my lips are sealed, my lips are closed. We can also use it to tell someone to stop talking. There's an expression in English, zip it, means to be silent. Or I will shut up now. So you see all the possibilities you can express with emojis. So for every single emoji, you can have one of these definitions. In the chat, ooh, comments, banners, brand. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I should fiddle with this too much. Huh. I will try to figure it out for the next lesson so I can put little emojis. Do you use emojis or do you find them ridiculous? I wasn't convinced at the beginning, maybe because I'm a bit old school. But now, after some time, I start to realize that, sometimes when you write something in a text message or in a chat, it's not easy to understand the feeling behind what you say. Maybe it can be misunderstood. So if you put a little emoji, the other person can understand, oh, it's a joke, or oh, she's not serious. And I think they can be quite useful. Do you use emojis or not? While you tell me if you do, I'll try and find another emoji that is fun. Oh, I like this one. The face with the rolling eyes. When you're like, oh. With a closed mouth and rolling its large white eyes. So this usually shows disdain, disapproval, frustration, or boredom. You can be, sassy. That's a difficult word to explain. A person that's sassy is a person that kind of answers back. You say something and they answer back, like, I don't know. For example, you say to your child, it's time to clean your room. And your child says, well, you should clean your room first, Mom, and then I'll clean my room. And you can say, whoa, that is sassy. Who's the mom and who's the kid? Giacomo, you're not a fan of emojis. Yeah, I think that it's become like some people just write messages with emojis. They don't use words anymore. So I haven't reached this level yet. But sometimes you receive a message with 5 emojis and that's it. You're like, what does it mean? So I don't know if it's me that doesn't understand because I'm old-fashioned, or if it's just random. What about you, Andrea and Gianmarco? Do you use emojis or not really? Not a fan? See if I can find a better one. This is the most popular emoji at the moment, I think. I think originally it was used by health workers and hospitals, but now it's definitely the most used emoji at the moment, I think. The mask face. To be honest, I haven't used it yet. I feel like it's almost of bad taste to use it nowadays. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Have you used the mask faced emoji? It's very tempting to use. Okay, Gianmarco, that's fine then. If you don't write a whole sentence, it's fine. Yeah, sometimes some emojis maybe are not appropriate. I think you have to be careful with them, especially depending on who you're talking to. So this is it for today. If you want to have fun looking at emojis and learning their meanings, you can learn a lot of new vocabulary just by looking at this dictionary. I would like to remind the students that there are 2 other focuses for this level. There will be one on Thursday at 4, and I think it's with me again. And another one on Friday at 5:30, and it might be with me again if I'm not wrong. So you're so lucky this week. You get me all week. So I hope to see you soon for another lesson. And take care. Try to feel positive. You know, as the signs say, everything will be well. And we just have to be patient. Bye.